Hi, I'm Trevor Collier, a programmer with Aerowave, and today we'll be going over the XPR 5350E. The XPR 5350 can be usually found in a vehicle. It can also be configured as a desk-mounted base station with a power supply mounted in order to keep it online. I'll be using an ignition switch, which can be configured to a vehicle or a base station in order to allow it to power on anytime it detects power, like so. Whenever a radio powers on, it has a short boot cycle. Once it comes on, it will give you a tone, and then you can interact with the radio. The radio has 4 programmable buttons, an accessory jack for external devices, as well as a volume knob. In order to change the volume of the radio, you can just turn that knob, and the audio you get back is your audio level for this radio. In order to change the channel, you have to actually press down on this volume knob until the number starts blinking. Once the number is blinking, you can now change that knob, turning it clockwise for ascending order, counterclockwise for descending order, and then press the button again once you are done making your selection. In order to activate scan on your mobile radio, you're going to use the programmed button for it. In this case, it's going to be programmable button 2. Once you press the button, you will hear a tone up. As well, you will start seeing an amber light indicator indicating that it is currently scanning. In order to toggle scan off, you can hit the same button again. You will get a descending tone and that light will turn off. If your mobile radio comes equipped with an emergency system, the orange button is most commonly used to activate it. It can be switched from activating on a long press or a short press and can be deactivated with the opposite. In this case, it can be activated with a short press. In order to turn off that alarm, which you can see going off as long as this red LED is blinking, a long press will knock that down. In order to connect devices to your XPR 5350, locate the accessory jack on the front of the radio. You can then take any device with the appropriate connector and line it up. Make sure that your pins will line up with the device when you attempt to insert it. You can do this by gently rotating it while applying a gentle pressure. Once you can feel it enter the device, you will hear it tone up. You can then push down. Now, you will then want to rotate this locking ring until it sinks into the radio, then push it in and give it one more rotation clockwise. It should now no longer move. In order to remove this accessory, counterclockwise on the locking ring until it releases and pull it out of the radio. You should now be able to just give a firm pull and remove the device. When a microphone accessory is plugged into your XPR 5350, the PTT button can usually be found on the left side of the hand mic facing you. Pressing and holding, the red LED indicates that you are transmitting. To check the antenna on your radio, whether it's on a vehicle or configured on your desk as a base station, check the back of the radio. This is going to be where the antenna is going to be fitted. If the antenna is not snug, or if it is moving when pushed against, when an XPR 5350 is installed, it'll usually be with one of these antennas. This is a mag mount UHF antenna. This particular part is the antenna itself, and here we have the base mounting solution for it. The antenna can be screwed onto that base until it is snug. We recommend finger tight. Then this magnetic base mount can be applied to any metal surface in order to ground the antenna. Make sure to check that it's not on galvanized steel or aluminum. Then you'll take the other end of the antenna and insert it into the back of the radio by checking this center pin and moving it into the center of this female connection. Then, once it won't push in any further, you can take that sleeve, push it over, and begin rotating it clockwise. Make sure that this connection is finger tight and that this cable does not jostle when gently shaken. Over time, these can come loose, especially if they are installed in vehicles that commonly travel over gravel roads. Then, in order to remove this antenna, the same procedure can be done by taking the sleeve and moving it counterclockwise until it comes off of the connection, and then gently pulling back to remove the center pin. The XPR 5350 series radio can also be installed with network interfaces in order to move data over radio networks. I'm Trevor Collier, a programmer with Aerowave, and this has been the XPR 5350 series radio.